So I prefer to not use the word rigged. Why? Because it's too inflammatory. I would like to say that there are many voices and that it's not necessarily manipulation until it's proven. Do I want everyone to do well? Oh, Carl and David, we know. We want everyone to do well. Do I favor the regular investor? Yes, I have to. It is just it's been my love since I got into business in '79. But I think what matters, David, is that it does not do good to inflame. It does do good to look for value and decide what may be too high so that you can ring registers. There's a lot of ringing register situations, David. And I think that it's incumbent upon people to recognize that while prices can fluctuate, as J.P. Morgan said, we certainly would be in a situation to say the fluctuation is geared toward one side or the other, because then I'm concerned that people will leave the market, as they did in the flash crash, as they did in the 2015 experience with China, as they did with the ill-fated 2018 VIX situation. So my goal is to try to keep people in the market and to make it so that people don't think that it is a rigged game, but it is not a game. It's an investment and trading business that some people are better at than others. And David, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, when you're Robinhood and you're asked by your clearinghouses to put up more money, you've got to put up more money. Mr. Tenev made that clear in a conversation, I guess, that he had over the weekend on something called Clubhouse with Elon Musk, saying they were asked for $3 billion. Now, obviously, they were able to raise a good amount of money. As I've said, they probably will need to raise more. But that's not about a rigged game necessarily. That's simply about trying to preserve your business in some fashion. You know, I do wonder, Jim, if Robinhood were a public company and we watched it last week do what it had to deal with, what it was dealing with, and come under such stress that it needed to raise more money, what would have happened to its stock price and the confidence in the company? It may, in fact, be benefiting from the fact that it is a private company as of now.
Well, David, you raise a great point. Apparently there was a book that went around. Now, again, did it come from Robinhood? I believe, but I don't have the facts, which I don't want to say that I'm misleading. I'm just saying that there's a book where they were very Spartan in trying to give you their profit and loss. You know, if I were Robinhood and Vlad Tenev, I would just send that to us right now and say, look, here's how we're doing. Now, you don't want to necessarily hide behind private. Why? Because you have 17 million customers. Is it possible that they get a takeover bid? We can't speculate on that. But what we can say is that we need to know how much money they had, and we don't want this to be a decision that people say, well, this was Robinhood being prudent. We want this to be able to say that it was the government urging Robinhood to be prudent. But, you know, David, we don't know that. What we do know is that they needed capital, or else they would not be in the situation that they're in. It's not their fault that they needed capital. It's regulatory requirements. And, Carl, when we get into this type of thing, again, we get into this vast conspiracy thing. That's painful. If you're a broker-dealer, if you're a Robinhood, you need to put up capital. I mean, could we like to hear from Ken Griffin, who owns the Citadel? Remember, this is not the Citadel side that is the rich hedge fund. It is actually a clearing corporation. Sure, that would be helpful, too. What would really be helpful is for people to come on and tell us what's going on.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.